From Maplewood Park at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 2-2, sixth in the ICL, visiting the Malden Maddogs with a record of 1-4, ninth in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story on a crystal clear night for baseball. Here in suburban Boston, the Blue Sox looking to get revenge on the Mad Dogs for the 3-2 extra inning loss they took back on Friday night. But the next day, they got in a good workout against the Katua Kettleers on the Cape, and Sunday, they came out with a vengeance with their offense putting together by far their best performance of the young season in a 7-2 win. And let's also not discount the pitching performance by Tony Anino, 6 innings, 7 strikeouts. And pitching out of a couple tough jams in that process, with the Blue Sox defense also playing well, throwing out a couple of runners at the plate and on the bases. So it was really an all-around fantastic effort for the Blue Sox, and they needed that win as they go into this game against the Mad Dogs, who, again, surprised them big time on Friday night. The Mad Dogs had scored one run through their first 4 games before defeating the Blue Sox 3-2 again in extra innings Friday night. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Blue Sox in the navy blue Speedline jerseys with Blue Sox in script, white inserts, white numbers, and the red, white, and blue cap. Aaron Barboza is going to lead it off in right field, followed by Ross Curley at short. Taylor Ferguson is in center. Julian Alvarez is in left. Jeff Vigers is at second, Thomas Russo is at third, Alex Wojcik is the DH, John Putras is behind the plate, and Josue Feliciano, making his first appearance of the 2018 campaign, rounds out the lineup at first base. On the mound for the Blue Sox, as the Mad Dogs take the field, will be Mike Gianellis. Gianellis making his second appearance of the season. 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and surrendered 1 home run in the eventual 2-1 walk-off win against Andre last Thursday. That one solo home run was the lone run that the Chiefs scored in that game. It tied the game. It was a solo shot by Ben Waldrop deep to right field. So for the Malden Mad Dogs in the white jerseys with the blue stripe reading dogs in yellow letters across the chest, white jerseys, blue numbers, blue caps, white pants. Ethan Harris is going to lead it off in right field, followed by Shane O'Halloran behind the plate. Kevin Alexi is in left. Jeff Lopes is at first. Pete Maltzin is in center. Kennedy Wilson is the DH. P.J. McDonald is at short. Cooper Annable, who got the start against the Blue Sox in the victory on Friday night, is at third, and Bobby Higgins rounds out the lineup at second base. On the mound for the Mad Dogs will be one of the 2 McLean brothers, Blaine McLean. McLean making his second appearance of the season. He is 0-1 with a 10.50 ERA. In 3 1/3 innings, he's allowed 9 hits, 9 runs, 5 of which are earned, walked 1, and struck out 1. Former Blue Sox pitcher Sam Finn calling the balls and strikes tonight for this game. Sam became an umpire in the Massachusetts Baseball Umpires Association shortly after his playing career ended with the Blue Sox. Of course, he could not work Blue Sox games for a couple of years after joining, just to protect the integrity of the game, and now he is working Blue Sox games. He worked a couple Blue Sox games last year as well. Aaron Barboza will lead things off here in the top of the first for the Blue Sox. And Barb's off to a hot start. Had 2 hits in Sunday's game against Wakefield. McLean winds and fires the first pitch at 7:49, and it's inside. We're underway. High 60s, breeze blowing right to left across the field, as that's low for ball 2, and Barboza ahead to begin the ball game 2-0. Alexi, Malden, and Harris left to right in the outfield for the Mad Dogs as the 2-0 pitch is taken all the way for strike one, and Barboza will go to work. Annabelle, McDonald, Higgins, and Lopes third to first in the infield, and O'Halloran catching McLean. That's the defensive alignment for the Malden Mad Dogs. Of course, here in Maplewood, it's a very shallow field as that catches the outside corner, 2-2. Balls get out of here in a hurry, and especially to dead center, where it's actually shorter to dead center than it is down the lines. It is basically a straight line across the outfield fence, and that's why you have a shorter center field than down the lines. It's upstairs at a full count for Barboza. Always good to work a deep count as the leadoff man. Payoff pitch, here it is. Fouled off. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. And Barboza taking a minute to step outside the box, and at the same time McLean stepping off the rubber to rub up a new ball. 3-2 once again. Chop foul at the dish. This is one of those at-bats that'll be a win for the Blue Sox either way. See pretty much everything that McLean has to offer. Pitch number 8. A hanging breaking ball that will get over the shortstop McDonald and into left field for a base hit. Barboza could have let that one go, and it would have been ball 4, but it got a little too close, and he took a tomahawk chop at it, and it just floated over McDonald for a base hit, and Barboza wins that 8-pitch battle, and now the Mad Dogs have to contend with his speed. Of course, with a lefty on the mound, McLean, and neutralizes it a little bit. Here's Ross Curley getting his 3rd start of the season, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Barboza getting a lead at first, as that's down and in, no advance, and it's ball 1. They resurfaced the home plate area here at Maplewood since we last did a game here. The 1-1. Skied into center field. Camping under it is Malden, and he will make the catch for out number 1. And I say it's a shallow outfield, but it's not that shallow. Here's Taylor Ferguson, the center fielder. Ferguson playing in his 4th game out of a possible 5 here tonight. Throw over to first and back safely is Barboza. Ferguson's got all the tools, as you would expect from a number 3 holding center fielder. Pitch is low, throw down to second as Barboza runs, and it's offline. So runner in scoring position for Ferguson. Barboza getting a huge secondary lead, and he swings and fouls it off, does Ferguson, to even the count at 1. One and 1 the count to Ferg with Barboza at second. And that's just on the outside corner for strike two. Ferguson not 100% happy with that call. But it's 1-2. And time is called as Barboza needs to relace his cleats. Don't want to lose a shoe on the base paths, that's for sure. One and two, the count to Ferg. Julian Alvarez on deck. No score, just underway here in the top of the first. And just barely getting a piece of that is Ferguson. "15 pitches and only one out recorded thus far for McLean. Here's pitch number 16. Upstairs, 2-2. So Ferguson's worked it back even. And a chance to put the Blue Sox on the board early. The 2-2. Way up and away, full count. So another deep count for McLean. Seventh pitch coming up. Lost an 8-pitch battle to Barboza on a little bloop single dunked into left center over the head of McDonald. And then Barboza stole second. The payoff pitch on the outside corner for strike three called, and Barboza can only grimace at that one. And there are two down. It's a big strikeout. A backwards K for McLean, and that'll bring up the power-hitting left fielder Julian Alvarez. Alvarez was not in the lineup on Sunday, but carries a 4-for-10 line with 1 RBI into tonight's ball game. And he takes on the outside corner for strike one, and I think the Blue Sox are going to have to get used to that spot on the outside corner to right-handed hitters. Of course, if Gianellis can locate there and get the calls, then I don't think they'll have too much to complain about. The 0-1 coming up. And he's just living there right now. He's discovered that spot, and he's just going to attack it. Can't do much right on the black there as a hitter. Got to cover that spot. Barboza still at second. And the 0-2. Breaking ball drops in there for strike three called, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after half an inning, it is the Blue Sox nothing and the Maddogs coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So here we go to the bottom of the first. Ethan Harris to lead things off for the Maddogs. And that's taken for strike one to Harris from Mike Gianellis. Harris 0 for 3 in the early going. And that's low for ball one to even the count. Swing and a miss. Bounce that one, and it's 1-2. Gianellis delivers. Missed upstairs. And that evens the count at 2. Harris, then Shane O'Halloran and Kevin Alexi due up for the Mad Dogs here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Smoked into center field. Back goes Ferguson, and he is just going to watch this one go for a leadoff home run. So once again, the Blue Sox find themselves trailing to the Malden Mad Dogs in the first inning. That's the first home run hit by the Mad Dogs this year. The second home run. The other one was hit against the Blue Sox. As that's ball one to Shane O'Halloran. And that was the game winner in the top of the 8th. This is grounded to the right side, fielded by the second baseman Jeff Vigers. Flips on to Josue Feliciano for out number 1. So somehow the Mad Dogs, who blown out in the first 4 games, somehow the Blue Sox number. Kevin Alexi smokes this one into right field. Barboza makes the catch, 2 down. A couple of hard-hit balls, though, early on. Ground ball wasn't hit too weakly either. So, again, 1-0 our score. Leadoff home run by Ethan Harris. And here's Jeff Lopes, the first baseman. Lopes, the team's leading hitter, 3 for 9 with a double. And that's pumped in there for strike 1. So let's see if the home run was kind of a wake-up call to Gianellis. He got 2 quick outs on 3 pitches. And now he's ahead 0-1 to Lopes. That's way outside, 1-1. But again, the Blue Sox unable to convert in the top of the first with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. 3 straight outs recorded by the pitcher, McLean. Now the Mad Dogs on top. Gianellis clearly trying to hit that same outside edge to right-handed hitters that McLean was hitting in the top half of this inning, but unsuccessful right now. He's behind 2-1. That time he gets it, and it's 2-2. Infield playing back here. Check swing. They appeal, and Jared Doucette says he did not go, and it's a full count. The defensive line for the Blue Sox, left to right in the outfield, is Alvarez, Ferguson, and Barboza. Third to first in the infield is Russo, Curley, Vigers, and Feliciano, and John Puttress catching Mike Gianellis. Payoff pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. So a good recovery from the leadoff home run, but the Mad Dogs take the lead, and after 1 complete, Mad Dogs 1, Blue Sox 0. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Me, Dulcet. You are too kind, Joe Silvestro. Anyways, Jeff Vigers to lead things off here in the top of the second as the Blue Sox look to get that run back. Vigo making his first start of the season, and he takes down and in for ball one. Vigers 0 for 1 with 2 walks on his ledger, and that takes a chunk out of Sam Finn. 4 strike 1. Sam's not wearing a helmet there. And, gonna have a minute as Sam to shake out the cobwebs. Certainly don't want to be down an umpire, especially if Jared Doucette didn't bring his home plate gear. You got yours, Joe? You know, there was a situation sort of like that I encountered when I was taping a lacrosse game a few years ago. As this is weighed on and grounded to the right side through for a base hit, and Vigo is aboard with his first hit of 2018. So for the second consecutive inning, the Blue Sox have the leadoff man aboard with good speed. Now the question is, what can they do with it? The situation I'm thinking of, I was taping a lacrosse game, a high school lacrosse game, and both of the officials were late to the game. I don't know if they thought they went to the wrong venue or if they just thought it was the wrong time. I don't remember the exact parameters as Russo fouls that one off for strike 1. But basically, one of the parents of the players on the home team, as that misses just inside 1-1, is also a lacrosse official and had his gear in the car, but he, you know, it's like, okay, well, this is home cooking at its finest, right? As that catches the outside corner, 1-2. Well, he officiated the game until the assigned official showed up, but he had to get some coaxing from the home coach, as that misses outside 2-2, to say, hey, no, that's not the right call. Don't you know? Just don't favor us like that, man. Because again, the guy's son played on the home team. So 2-2 the count. Vigers at first. The pitch, breaking ball, misses inside. 3-2. That curveball to the outside corner. He's thrown it to the outside to righties and the inside to lefties. He got Alvarez on it, but now he's behind. Now he's gone to a full count to Russo, and this is the third full count out of the first 6 batters for McLean. The 3-2. Broken back grounder to the left side. They'll only get one if they can get one. The throw on to first, and they got him. That was a close play, but I agree with Jared Doucette. That was a strong throw by McDonald. Vigers advances to second, and again, runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox. And that'll bring up Alex Wojtek. He's a DH tonight, and the pitch to Wojtek. Here it comes. And he smokes this one down the left field line. Now it's hooking foul, and that will be out of play. Looked like it was going to travel further than it did. It sounded good off the bat. It is strike 1. We were talking about the breeze a few moments ago. While we were at break, and you didn't need a big breeze for for the home run that Harris hit, but the ball could be carrying tonight if Bears can get underneath one enough. Breaking ball in there for strike two. That looked like a good pitch to hit. 0-2 to Wojtek. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Check swing. Holding back is Wojtek, and holding at second is Vigers. 1-2. Nick Vinoki says they only have 3 reserves available tonight. 1-2. Reach for and fouled into the overhang. Well, wouldn't have made a difference there, but there is this overhang directly over home plate, and this big mesh net, and that prevents some pop-ups that could be potential elevator shaft pop-ups for the catcher from being playable. Swing and a miss, strike 3, buried the curveball, and that's the 3rd strikeout already for McLean, and there are 2 down for John Puttress. 35 pitches through an inning and 2/3 for McLean, and Putty with an RBI opportunity, and he grounds this one foul down the third base line for strike 1. Puttress banged .333 in the early going, and the 0-1 coming up. On the outside corner, strike 2. Putty not happy with that call, but it looks like the same spot that Sam Finn's been calling all night. Again, McLean is hitting that spot. He can just live there. Gotta protect it. Gotta get used to it. We'll nubber out of the reach of the pitcher. McLean throw to first, safe, and they might have Vigers in a hot box, and he is tagged out. And a little too aggressive there was Vigers. He's thrown out 3-2. As Putty legs out the infield single, and that will do it. Blue Sox get no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and leave a man. After 1.5, still Maddogs 1, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. It hasn't been an easy workload for McLean. He's thrown 38 pitches, 26 for strikes through the first 2 innings. And he's allowed 3 hits, but no runs. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left for the Maddogs as we begin the bottom of the second with Pete Maltzen, Kennedy Wilson, and P.J. McDonald due up. Maltzen also part of the coaching staff on this Maddogs team. And he smokes this one into center field. On his horse is Ferguson, but he reaches up and makes the catch for a 1-pitch out. Gianellis has allowed some hard-hit balls. The home run, the ground out, and the fly out to right and the fly out to center have all been solid contact, as that is on the outside corner for strike 1 to Kennedy Wilson, the DH. Swing and a miss, strike two. I was about to say a whole lot of swing and miss stuff right now, but he's ahead 0-2. He did get that strikeout to end the first. See what Gianellis has here on 0-2 to the DH Wilson. Reached for and fouled off. Down and away. Tried to get him to go fishing at a slider there, and it's 1-2. This is skied into center field. Back goes Ferguson. Backing up. Makes the catch. 2 down. These balls are carrying tonight. Blue Sox haven't been hitting him very hard, but the Mad Dogs have, and Gianellis has to get the ball down here. Here's P.J. McDonald, the shortstop. And he takes strike one on the outside corner. That's exactly where you want to live tonight. Down low to even the count at 1. McDonald fouls this one straight back, and it makes the count 1-2. Doesn't even the count. McDonald 0 for 7 with a walk this season as he's behind 1-2. And he goes fishing at a pitch down and away for strike 3. So it's 6 straight retired by Gianellis after the leadoff home run. And after 2 complete, still Mad Dogs 1, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram, BlueSox_ICL. Well, 24 pitches through the first 2 innings for Mike Gianellis, 16 for strikes. It's that 1 home run smoked to deep center by the leadoff man, Ethan Harris. Is the difference right now. Blue Sox need to play catch-up against the Mad Dogs again. And they will they will send the 9-1-2 hitters to the plate this top of the third. Josue Feliciano, Aaron Barboza, and Ross Curley. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Wojtek. I forget, are we friends on Facebook? Is that how you found out about my degree? Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, top of the third, here's Josue Feliciano. And he fouls this one off for strike 1. Feliciano getting the start first base tonight. First swings of the season for Sway. And the 0-1. This is grounded to the left side and speared by the shortstop, McDonald. That's actually a line out, my mistake, and that'll be out number 1. So the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza, singled after an 8-pitch at bat. Leading off the ball game, stole second, but was stranded there. And Barboza takes on the outside corner for strike one. Barboza having a good start to the season. Waits on this curveball, bloops it down the left field line, and this will be caught on the run by the left fielder Alexi. Sorry for the delayed call, folks. We lose sight of the players down that left field line behind the behind that third base dugout. If you've ever seen a game here at Maplewood, you know what I'm talking about. But quickly 2 down, and that'll bring up the shortstop Ross Curley. Barboza now on a 3-game hitting streak, as that's taken on the outside corner for strike one. Curley flew out to center his first time up in the first. Check swing, it's down and away for ball one to even the count. So we don't want to go down on 6 pitches here in the third. 1, 2, 3, as that's on the outside corner for strike two. 1 and 2 the count. McLean winds and delivers. This is into left center field, and this will be caught on the run by the center fielder Malden for the out that retires the side. So the Blue Sox go in order, and after 2.5, still Maddogs 1, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Yes, Joe. Bottom of the third, with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Cooper Annabelle, Bobby Higgins, and Ethan Harris. And Annabelle, as you know, got the start in that win for the Maddogs over the Blue Sox last Friday night. And Annabelle takes low, ball 1. Annabelle as a hitter is 0 for 5 with a run scored. That was the 25th pitch of the 25th pitch of the game just now for Gianellis. Pitch number 26 evens the count at 1. Swing and a miss. Starting to pick up that slider a little bit more is Gianellis, and it's 1 and 2. Infield back, and the pitch is chopped foul at the dish, and it bounces straight up into the overhang. Sam Finn seems surprised by that net. You've umpired here before, right? Hey, go to a baseball game, you'll see something you've never seen before. 1 and 2 the count still. Sam Finn just told me he's never seen that before at this field. On the outside corner for strike 3 with a fastball. Third strikeout for Gianellis, and he's retired 7 in a row. That'll bring up Bobby Higgins, the second baseman. Higgins 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts through the first 3 games. And he takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Higgins lines this one into left field, and that will get down in front of the left fielder Alvarez, and there is Higgins' hit. That'll bring up Ethan Harris, who has the big blow in this game thus far, really the only blow in this game, the solo home run leading off the bottom of the first. That's down and away for ball one. McLean only needed 8 pitches, 7 for strikes to get through the top of the third, and he could have used an easier inning. But it really doesn't matter the pitch count right now because he is ahead 1-0, and the Mad Dogs looking for more as that's swung on and missed, 1-1. There's that one hiccup thus far at the beginning of the ball game for Gianellis. It was a 2-2 pitch that he hit too. Down and away. 2-1. Infield at double play depth. Sway holding on Higgins at first. Higgins standing up pretty straight there at first base. Takes a secondary lead, and that catches the outside corner to even the count at 2. Two and two the count to Ethan Harris. The catcher Shane O'Halloran is on deck. Throw over to first and back safely is Higgins. So the hit by Higgins broke up a streak of 7 straight retired by Gianellis. And if you believe Joe Silvestro, that's my fault for jinxing it. Swing and a miss at a pitch that bounced. Strikeout number 4 for Gianellis. And there's 2 down for Shane O'Halloran, the catcher, who grounded out to second. His first time up in the first. Hasn't been a whole lot of soft contact, like I said, by the Mad Dogs tonight. Even their outs have been hit pretty hard. They got a good sound off the bat. That's fouled off for strike 1. Can't really count that as solid contact if it wasn't in play, just a foul tip there. Gianellis delivers. Fouled off the dish again and on top of the roof of the Mad Dogs dugout to make it 0-2. Higgins still at first after the 1-out single. Now 2 out and an 0-2 count. This is into left center field. Back goes Alvarez and Ferguson. They're coming together, and it's going to be caught on the run by Alvarez. And Alvarez tracks down a nice one, and that'll be the end of the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left, and after 3 complete, it is still the Mad Dogs 1 and the Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is next Monday night at 7:55 p.m. We'll be right back here at Maplewood Field for the Lexington Blue Sox taking on the Andre Chiefs in their second meeting of 2018. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. What, changes, Matt? Or just, okay. So 39 pitches through the first 3 innings for Mike Gianellis. He's allowed 1 run on 2 hits and struck out 4, but he hasn't gotten any support from his offense. We've actually out-hit the Bulldogs to this point, 3-2, but unable to get a run across in the first, and then a little bit too aggressive on the bases by Jeff Vigers. Cost him a run in the top of the second. And they went 1-2-3 on just 8 pitches in the third. And that's how we stand as we begin the top of the fourth. Again, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left for the Maddogs. And Taylor Ferguson takes down and away for ball 1. Ferguson was called out on strike 3 after a 7-pitch at-bat in the first. Jackknifes him a bit, but it's strike 1 to even the count. This is into left field down the line. That'll be fair for a base hit. Ferguson is going to take the turn at first and hold there. And a hard hit single down the left field line has the leadoff man aboard for the 3rd time in 4 innings for the Blue Sox. See if the 3rd time's a charm with Julian Alvarez coming up. Alvarez struck out looking on 3 pitches to end the first. 3 strikeouts and now 4 hits allowed by McLean. And this is skied into left field. Camping under it is Alexi, backing up, and he makes the catch. Almost stumbled a little bit, but that's a 1-pitch out for Julian. Want to take advantage of that breeze that started to pick up as soon as he hit that, but wasn't in time. Here's Jeff Vigers, singled leading off the second, but was thrown out after a wide turn at third on the dribbler single by Putty in the second to end the inning. The pitch, breaking ball, misses inside for ball 1. That's been a good pitch on the edge for McLean thus far, but unsuccessful there. Throw over to first, and back safely is Ferguson. Good move there by McLean. The Yankees, was the Yankees or the Indians who had a catcher prospect in spring training who's perfected a no-look throw to first, and he can master that. I flinched. You know the play I'm talking about, Mr. Russo? Yep. I actually flinched at that one. I don't flinch at center field, but there got a little scared. 1-1 the count. Runner on first, 1 out. Breaking ball, waited on into left center field and down for a base hit. Ferguson is on his way to third. He stumbles and gets back to second. The Blue Sox have not had much luck getting extra base hits this season. But first and second, 1 out for Thomas Russo, who grounded out to short his first time up in the second. It was a broken back grounder that got Vigers to third, to second rather. And that's low for ball 1. Top of the fourth, 1-0. Blue Sox trying to get on the board against the Malden Maddogs, who of all teams have had the Blue Sox number this year. It's down 2-0. Lost the first 4 games by a combined score of 47-1. And their last game beat the Blue Sox 3-2 in Lexington in extra innings. But Russo with a hitter's count here, 2-0. And he lines this one into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Ferguson being waved around third. He will score easily. It's a single for Thomas Russo, and the Blue Sox are on the board. The tie score is 1. Yep. Mrs. Wojtek, Mrs. Russo says start ironing. Well, it helped him. It helped him win the championship last year. Here's Alex Wojtek, and he takes low ball one. Three singles in the inning. All 6 hits for the Blue Sox have been singles. And they have tied the score at 1 here in the top of the 4th and looking for more. Vigers at second, Russo at first. Wojtek ahead 1-0 as O'Halloran goes out to have a word with McLean. 11 pitches thus far in the inning for McLean. The 1-0 fouled off. That was headed for the outside edge, and Wojtek knew to protect, given the pitchers are getting the calls on that outside edge to right-handed hitters tonight. Fouled off. 1-2. Big gap to the right side. As the second baseman's playing pretty much directly behind the bag. And he backs up. That's down and in. 2-2. John Puttress on deck. Blue Sox like to keep the line moving and take the lead against the Maddogs. This is to the left side, gobbled up by the third baseman. Annable to second for one, on to first, a double play. And the Maddogs get out of it with just the 1 run allowed, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 1 and the Maddogs 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. One run, 6 hits, no errors, and 3 left for the Blue Sox. And 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Maddogs. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, with the heart of the order due up for the Maddogs, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Alexi, Lopes, and Maltzen. Alexi to lead things off. He flew out to right on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the 1st. Pitch number 40 for Gianellis. Bends over the outside corner for strike 1. Curveball missed outside, 1-1. Fouled straight back, 1-2. Blue Sox have not held a lead against the Maddogs through the first 11.5 innings they've played together. 1-2. Just missed outside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Alexi. Grounded down the first base line. Foul ball out of the reach of Feliciano. Sky down the left field line. This will get foul and out of play. And we haven't had a whole lot of long at-bats by the Mad Dogs this game, but here is the 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Alexi. Lopes struck out swinging on a 6-pitch at-bat, and that's fouled off. Pitch number 8, Gianellis trying to put away the leadoff man, Alexi. Smoked, past Feliciano, down the right field line for a base hit. And Alexi will hold at first, as getting the ball back into the infield quickly is Barboza, the right fielder. And a leadoff single for the Mad Dogs. It's the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Mad Dogs, and the first time since the bottom of the first when the leadoff man has reached, and of course that was the home run by Harris. Alexi at first. Here's Jeff Lopes, who struck out swinging to end the first, his first time up. He swings and misses at a pitch way down and away for strike 1. Runner goes, the pitch is smoked into left field, and this will get down in front of Alvarez for a base hit, and bounces off his glove, rolls away from him. Being held at third is Alexi. So that'll be a single in E7. And Matt Karras going out to have a word with Gianellis. And just as the Blue Sox tie the game, the Mad Dogs looking to get it back. And what is it about the Mad Dogs? Why are they the team that has Lexington's number? They have 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. And the number 5 hitter, the center fielder, Malden, due up now. So back-to-back singles to lead off the bottom of the 4th as the Mad Dogs look to reclaim the lead. Now John Puttress going back out to have a quick word with Gianellis. And Matt Karras directing traffic from the dugout. Malden 0 for 1, flew out to center his first time up. Fly ball should be deep enough to score the run, but it's popped up. In comes Ferguson. He makes the catch. He'll chuck it to home. So much for that. As the runner holds at third, Alexi. And there's one down for Kennedy Wilson, the DH, who also flew out to center. It's been busy out there for Ferguson in center field. Made 3 putouts and also nearly collided with Alvarez on a play Alvarez made. As this is lined into right field, and that's down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Being held at third is Lopes, and the Mad Dogs reclaim the lead. It's 2-1. Two to one, and here's P.J. McDonald, the shortstop. Gianellis right now just wants a ground ball. And he might get it. Grounded to short. Curley to second for one. On to first, low throw, but they got him for the 6-4-3 double play. And that does it for the bottom of the fourth. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. Sound familiar? After 4 complete, it is the Mad Dogs 2 and the Blue Sox 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. One run, 6 hits, 1 error, 3 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Mad Dogs. And that 4th inning was nearly a mirror image for the two teams. 3 hits, 1 run, ended on a double play. Difference in this game, the RBI single by Kennedy Wilson. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Blue Sox here in the top of the 5th. John Puttress will lead things off. Had an infield single his first time up in the second, which ended up ending the inning as Jeff Vigers was thrown out on a base running mistake as part of the play. And we got someone walking across the outfield right now, just waiting for him to get off the field. And this is grounded to the left side. Knocked down by the shortstop, McDonald, on to first. A fine play. McDonald's made some terrific plays there tonight. On Russo, on Feliciano, who's coming up now, and now on Puttress. So 1 down for Feliciano, who again lined out to short. He wants to bunt his way on, and he holds up as the ball pops out of the mitt of O'Halloran for ball 1. Gonna take at the knees for strike 1 to even the count. That's low. 2-1 from McLean to Feliciano. Down low, 3-1. Leadoff man Barboza on deck. Sway would love to get aboard. Or Barboza, who's off to a hot start this season. And that's way outside, ball 4. Blue Sox have a 1-out base runner. And it'll be a tough double play turn with Feliciano still with good speed, and Barboza, of course, with excellent speed. First walk issued by McLean to go along with the 6 hits. And now the first baseman Lopes, catcher O'Halloran are out to have a word with McLean. Blue Sox trying to mount a rally here. They got one run in the top of the 4th to tie the game, but they had first and second with one out, with Alex Wojtek due up and ground into a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. And the Mad Dogs reclaimed the lead in the bottom of the fourth. Here we are, top of the fifth. Feliciano at first. And this is grounded to the right side, and it's bobbled by the second baseman, and safe at first is Barboza. I told you it was going to be a tough turn on a ground ball, but it ends up being first and second. That'll be an E4. First error of the game committed by the Mad Dogs. I don't know if they would have gotten two. They could have at least gotten Feliciano if he had fielded it cleanly. Higgins. But now it's first and second after a walk and an error. And Ross Curley coming to bat. Ross is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center. There is action warming for the Mad Dogs down the right field line. Ross looking for a big hit here. And he takes low ball one. Feliciano at second, Barboza at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Roscoe going for Medford with that swing. And that evens the count at 1. McLean delivers. Popped up into the overhang. 1-2. Number 3 hitter Taylor Ferguson is on deck. Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning except the third. Looking to capitalize here and tie the game. 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Ross with a 2-2 count. And the pitch. This is a little looper into center field, and this will be caught by the center fielder, Malden, and he gets it back into the infield quickly, forcing Feliciano to hold at second. So 2 down, first and second. And that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson, and it looks like that's going to be it for McLean, as he did a fine job, but they're going to bring in the right-hander to face the right-handed hitting Ferguson. Pitching change come to you from Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic in Malden, Mass. Mad Dogs 2, Blue Sox 1. This is Blue Sox Baseball on LSP. New pitcher for the Mad Dogs is Ricky Alexi. And this is Alexi's first pitching appearance of the season. Alexi a little wild in his warm-ups. Blue Sox will probably take note of that. So 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 walk, 1 run allowed thus far on the night for McLean. He's responsible for both runners on base. And here's Taylor Ferguson against the righty Alexi. And that's on the outside corner for strike 1. Outfield playing deep for the power-hitting Ferguson. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. Behind that fastball there. Feliciano at second. Barboza at first. A walk and an error this inning. The pitch jackknifes him a bit, and it's 1-2. Into right center field, and it's past the diving second baseman Higgins. Into the outfield for a base hit, and coming around third to score the tying run is Josue Feliciano, and we are back to where we started. It's 2-2. That will be an unearned run. Charged to McLean, and now Alvarez looking to give the Blue Sox a 3-run lead there. Comes up empty for strike 1. Holding at second on that play was Barboza. And that hit him. So the base is loaded with 2 out for Jeff Vigers. Chance for the Blue Sox. And a chance to take the lead in the 4th, but we're unsuccessful. Had a single, a walk, an error, and a hit by pitch in this inning. And this is popped into the overhang for strike 1. Big Z is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's got Barboza at third, Ferguson at second, Alvarez at first, and he comes up empty for strike 2. I know the corners have been a good spot for the pitchers tonight, but that might have been a little bit outside. The 0-2, way outside, 1-2. Blue Sox came out of their shell offensively Sunday against Wakefield, looking to do the same against Malden here. Outside, 2-2. Now the breeze picks up, blowing out to center. Vigers would love to get one into that stream. And he comes up empty, strike 3. And Vigers not happy there. The Blue Sox leave the bases loaded. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, strand 3. After 4.5, It is the Blue Sox 2 and the Mad Dogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. New pitcher for the Blue Sox, and it is the left-hander Drew Leanhouse, who took the loss against Reading on opening night. And he takes over from Mike Gianellis, who allowed 2 runs on 5 hits and struck out. That's fouled off for strike 1 to Cooper Annable. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 4 strikeouts for Gianellis. Oh, 1 from Leanhouse. Breaking ball slipped out of his hands early, and it's 1-1. That's in there for strike 2, 1-2. Leanhouse ahead. Missed outside, 2-2. Upstairs. Full count. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch up and away for strike 3. And a big strikeout there for Leanhouse. Leadoff man retired, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, Bobby Higgins. Higgins singled his first time up in the 3rd. Leanhouse winds and delivers. Misses upstairs, 1-0. Well, looper into shallow left. Curley makes the catch, 2 down. Give the line on Blaine McLean in a little bit. And we'll also give the line on Mike Gianellis in a little bit. Breaking ball misses up and away. To Ethan Harris, 1 for 2, that solo home run leading off the bottom of the 1st, and now he's ahead of Leanhouse, 2-0. That catches the outside corner for strike 1, and Leanhouse back in the count at 2-1. the inside corner. Evens the count at 2. In there for strike 3 called. And Harris has just been tossed. Harris protesting balls and strikes. He said did not like the call, and he is tossed. And we go to the top of the 6th with the Blue Sox tied with the Maddogs, 2-2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Top of the 6th, some commotion on the side of the Mad Dogs as Ethan Harris got tossed for arguing balls and strikes, and the first pitch to Thomas Russo is fouled off for strike 1. Russo and then Justin Silvestro is due up, who's going to pinch hit for Alex Wojtek, and then John Puttress. As this is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. And, well, this is a recurring theme. The Blue Sox haven't had much trouble getting the leadoff man aboard, just getting those runners home. That's been the challenge. So Justin Silvestro to pinch hit for Alex Wojtek. Go ahead, run it first for the Blue Sox with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. And that's upstairs for ball 1. Russo with a slight lead at first. And the pitch, outside, 2-0. Throw over to first. And back safely. is Russo. Kennedy Wilson has taken over in right field. The DH is now in right field, so the Mad Dogs lose the DH, and that's ball 3, and I believe, is that it for... no, I still have Klingon, Smith, and Vinoki still available to do the Mad Dogs. I think Vinoki, of course, the manager of the Mad Dogs. 3-0 the count, the pitch taken all the way for strike 1, and now Silvestro will go to work. Two runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 6 left for the Blue Sox. Back safely is Russo. And 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left for the Mad Dogs. The 3-1, taken all the way for strike 2. Can't be too patient right now in a tie ball game. Got to find a pitch to drive here. See if Russo will be off here. He does not go. The pitch is fouled out of play. Been a while since we've had a long at-bat for a Blue Sox batter, but the seventh pitch of the at-bat is coming up. So the line... Runner goes. Pitch is fouled down to the third base line. The line on Mike Gianellis, who will get a no decision. 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Going through 44 pitches. Is that right? No, that can't be right. 16, 20, 30. No, I know. Excuse me. 52 pitches. 39 for strikes. Another check on Russo. Rotate the mound, as they say. Alexi comes set, and they called a balk. He was in his head, so that takes a double play out of the equation. A balk called on Alexi, and now Russo at second. And Silvestro fights this one off again. Longest at-bat for either side here with the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this is a pivotal moment to have that long at-bat. Go-ahead run now in scoring position after the single and the balk. Silvestro was ahead 3-0. Now it's 3-2, and he's fouled off the last 3. And he reaches for this one, grounded down the third base line. He'll hold the runner at second. Throw down to first, but heads up base running by Russo. He takes third after the throw is released. So it's a productive out. 1 down. And that'll bring up John Putras, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to short. Wonder if maybe they're not going to put him on with Feliciano on deck. Try and set up the double play. That's up and away for ball 1. Mad Dogs took the lead early with a solo home run leading off the bottom of the first by Ethan Harris. The squeeze is down, and they will take the lead, and the throw to first is in time. John Putras gets the squeeze down, and the Blue Sox take the lead. It's 3-2. which is amazing considering the man who loves bunting more than anything in the world, Josue Feliciano, is now at bat. And he takes strike one. Sway not happy with that call, but he drew a walk his last time up. Takes strike two. So the Blue Sox with their first lead of the season against the Maddogs. Looking to add on to it with the bases empty and 2 out following the squeeze. On the outside corner, strike three. So the Blue Sox take the lead. Now they need 6 more outs. After 5.5, it is the Blue Sox 3 and the Maddogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast, or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. So the line on Mad Dog starter Blaine McLean was 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, one of which was earned, walked 1, struck out 3, 75 pitches, 50 for strikes. He's going to get a no decision. Ricky Alexi is the one on the hook right now for the Mad Dogs. And right now the man on the mound, Drew Leanhouse, will try to secure his first win of the season and try and get these last 6 outs. He will start with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Shane O'Halloran, Kevin Alexi, and Jeff Lopes. And that's on the inside corner for strike one to O'Halloran. O'Halloran is 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a fly out to left. Both balls he hit hard. That's in there for strike 2, 0 and 2. Breaking ball chopped up the middle. Curley fields, fires to first, in time. And we'll bring up left fielder Kevin Alexi. Alexi flew out to right in the first and then singled and scored in the fourth. It's in there for strike one, 0 and 1. Down and away with a breaking ball, and it's 1 and 1. Upstairs, 2 and 1. So both starters will get no decisions. Pop straight back. Did that get wedged? Oh. Two and 2 the count to Alexi. Cleanup man Jeff Lopes on deck. Grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. So that puts the tying run at first. As Alexi picks up his second hit. Lopes, 1 for 2 with a single. And Lope skies this one into right field to the line, and this will be caught on the run by Barboza. He was playing well off the line. He was shaded way towards center field, but with his speed, he was able to catch up to it. And there are 2 down for Pete Maltzen. Maltzen is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center. Leanhouse delivers, and he catches the outside corner for strike 1. In the top of the 7th, the Blue Sox will have the top third of the order. Aaron Barboza, Ross Curley, and Taylor Ferguson due up. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses high, 1-1. One member of the Mad Dogs has been tossed tonight for arguing balls and strikes. That was Ethan Harris. As that's down the pipe for strike 2, 1-2. And Harris had the first big hit of the game, the solo home run leading off the bottom of the first that gave the Mad Dogs a 1-0 lead. As that misses outside, 2-2. That was pretty close to a spot that back safely is Mr. Alexi. 2-2 again to Maltzen. Reached for and fouled off. Three to our score. Mad Dogs took the lead in the first, again with that home run. Then the Blue Sox finally tied it in the top of the 4th. Mad Dogs reclaimed the lead in the bottom of the 4th, and the Blue Sox tied in the 5th and took the lead as it's fouled off. Sam Finn taking some abuse on these foul balls tonight. And the Blue Sox took the lead in the top half of this inning on a suicide squeeze by John Puttress. So, John Puttress going out to the mound to have a word with Leanhouse while Sam Finn rubs some dirt on it, or whatever metaphor you want. Joe Silvestro shaking his head over here like, yeah, you have? Oh, man. Sam's not even wearing a helmet. Two again. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. All right. Well, after 6 complete, Blue Sox 3, Mad Dogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is next Monday at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox come back here to Maplewood Field to take on the Andre Chiefs in their second meeting of 2018. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. New pitcher for the Malden Mad Dogs is Joe Klingensmith. Klingensmith got the win in the extra inning game against the Blue Sox. Or was it, excuse me, that wasn't Klingensmith. He did pitch in that game, but it was Faria who got the win. So, Klingensmith making his second appearance against the Blue Sox. As the ejections continue, a fan had been ejected for protesting Sam Finn's strike zone. We'll give you the line on Ricky Alexi in a little bit. As that breaking ball misses outside for ball one to the leadoff hitter, Aaron Barboza. Barbs is 1 for 3, single leading off the ball game, flew out to left, and then reached on an error. I mean, say we will about Sam Finn's strike zone, but it has been consistent. That's the thing we've been talking about. It's been consistent. That's all he asked for. As Barboza grounds this one down the first base line, fielded on a hop by Lopes, and he'll step on... Oh, no, he can't field it cleanly. Wow. Wow. So Barboza reaches on an error for the second time. And that'll bring up Ross Curley. So an important insurance run, standing at first for Ross, who is trying to get a different result than a fly out to center. He gets a bunt down. Barboza's running, and it just trickles foul. Towing the line beautifully, but it eventually just rolled foul for strike one. I like that play in the White Sox-Red Sox game the other night where Devers let that bunt down the third baseline roll, and it used the chalk to stay fair. It's like sloped chalk down the third base line that allowed that bunt to stay fair. And you watch the replays. Devers does the right thing, lets that ball go and watch it just to make sure. As Ross tries to get the bunt down again, he pulls back in time for this to be ball one. But not exactly. Can't blow on the ball to get it foul. Haven't been able to do that for about 30 years or so. Throw over to first, and Barboza's back safely. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 6 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left for the Maddogs. Barboza down to second, and he is safe with a stolen base as the pitch was low for ball 2. So another, again, that insurance run now in scoring position. Ross pulls back. And it's 3-1. Do they have the green light here, you wonder? Is he still going to try and lay one down? Klingensmith comes set. He gets the bunt down, but it's fouled. This time it takes a chunk out of O'Halloran, the catcher, and now Ross will be forced to swing the bat. Center fielder Malden playing deep, but playing deep is kind of a relative term here. Again, with the shallow center field, it's 340 down the lines and 330 to dead center. The pitch. This is into left center field, and that will get down for a base hit easily. Barboza being waved around third, and the throw comes into the infield. An RBI single for Ross Curley, and the Blue Sox get a big insurance run, and it is 4-2. And I'll bring up Taylor Ferguson. Ferguson 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. And he swings and misses for strike 1. In there for strike 2, 0-2. Ferguson comes up empty for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So Ferguson's night likely over at 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 strikeouts. Let's see what Julian Alvarez can do. 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch his last time up. Runner bluffs off of first, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. So that'll be an unearned run charged to Klingensmith. Alvarez wave in the bat, throw over to first, and back safely is Ross. And that's on the inside corner to even the count at 1. Alvarez takes ball 2. Curley down to second, and he is safe. That'll be a wild pitch. Good heads-up base running by Roscoe. See if the Blue Sox can push it to a 3-run lead. Maybe 4. Back is Malton. It is gone! Julian Alvarez does make it a 4-run lead. 6-2. Alvarez with his first home run of the year. Still only 1 out in the inning, and here's Jeff Vigers. On the outside corner for strike 1. Bends one over the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Way outside, 1-2. And Vigers hits this one back up the box, fielded by the second baseman Higgins, fires on to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up Thomas Russo, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. And Thomas takes strike 1. In the bottom of the 7th, the Mad Dogs will have Wilson, McDonald, and Annable due up. Up and away, 1-1. You know, as you saw, nice breaking ball comes back over the heart of the plate for strike 2. You know, with the foul balls and the shouting matches Sam Finn has had to take tonight. I could never be an umpire. Takes a certain thickness of your skin to, both in a physical and mental sense, to be an umpire. As is fielded in fair territory by the third baseman Annable, and he gets Russo at first for the out that retires the side. But the damage has been done. 3 runs, including the 2-run shot by Julian Alvarez. And after 6.5, closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 6, Mad Dogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Bottom of the 7th, Mad Dogs need to do some catch-up if they're going to win their second straight against the Blue Sox here in 2018 and avoid going to 1-5. Kennedy Wilson to lead things off. Wilson started the game as the DH and then took over in right after Ethan Harris was ejected. And Wilson takes strike 1. Drew Lienhout's out there to finish this one off. Wilson is 1 for 2 with a single. And he takes ball 1. Wilson had an RBI his last time up in the 4th. Wilson fouls this one off, and that makes it 1-2. Lienhout gets him to ground this one up the middle, past the diving Curley, and into center for a base hit. I don't know if he had to dive for that, but I don't know if he would have gotten Wilson if he did field that cleanly. So, leadoff man aboard as Wilson is now 2 for 3. And that brings up P.J. McDonald, the shortstop. And he fouls that one off for strike 1, causing Cooper Annable to duck in the on-deck circle. McDonald struck out swinging to end the 2nd, and then grounded out into a 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th. In there for strike 2, 0-2. Tail there on the 2-seamer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lienhout picks up strikeout number 4. And that's out number 1, and that brings up the third baseman, Cooper Annable, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He was the first batter that Lienhout faced, and Lienhout struck him out on a 3-2 pitch swinging, as that's in there for strike 1. Well, this has been a good response game by the Blue Sox, as is fouled straight into the overhang for strike 2. Sunday's game against Wakefield was their best bell-to-bell effort. This one, they fell behind early, were scuffling through the first 3 innings offensively. The pitching was good, and then in the last 4 innings they really turned it on. You know, they tied it, fell behind, tied it, and then they took the lead. Here into the bottom of the 7th, as that is strike 3 swinging. And Annable is down on strikes. And the Mad Dogs are down to their final out. The person, the number 9 hitter, Bobby Higgins, who is 1 for 2 with a single. And Higgins takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Drew Leanhouse would improve to 1-1 on the season if this result holds. Runner goes, the pitch is fouled off, and the Mad Dogs are down to their final strike. Mad Dogs had 1 in the first and 1 in the fourth. Blue Sox had 1 each in the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then the big 3-run inning to get the insurance they needed here in the seventh. And that's outside, just barely so, for ball 1. Infield playing back, not holding on the runner at first, Wilson. This is fouled towards the facing of the Blue Sox dugout. Remains 1-2. Leadoff single by Wilson, and then back-to-back strikeouts of McDonald and Annable. And now a 1-2 count to Higgins. And the pitch. In there for strike 3 called, and the ball game is over. And in a game that took 1 hour and 53 minutes, the winning pitcher is Drew Leanhouse. He improves to 1-1. The losing pitcher is Ricky Alexi. He falls to 0-1. The final totals for the Lexington Blue Sox, who improved to 3-2, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 6 left. And for the Malden Mad Dogs, who fall to 1-5, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left. Our player of the game, let's give it to Drew Leanhouse for 3 innings of relief in the win. And Taylor Ferguson, 2 for 4, the runs scored, an RBI single. Also shout out to Julian Alvarez going 1 for 3 with a big 2-run home run in the top of the 7th to ensure the win. So, again, a couple of good wins in the last 2 games for the Blue Sox. Their best bell-to-bell effort on Sunday, and now their best comeback, their best response here tonight against the Mad Dogs, getting revenge for the 3-2 extra innings loss on Friday night. We won't be here for the Thursday game against Watertown, I believe it is, here on LSP, but you can come to Lexington High School, check that game out yourself, and I will be in Vegas for the next couple of days, and then I'll be back Monday night here in Maplewood for Blue Sox and the Chiefs. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or local sports productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast again Monday night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox come back here to Maplewood Field to take on the Andre Chiefs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand, or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of this or any past LSP video broadcast at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 6 and the Malden Mad Dogs 2. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance is free, and according to Mrs. Wojcik, never underestimate the power of ironing. Thanks for tuning in.